The first sound wasn't the waves or the seagulls. It was that high-pitched, theatrical shriek, the kind you'd expect from someone who just spotted a shark, or maybe a half-price Gucci purse washed up on the shore. Instead, it was just Linda. And let me tell you, when Linda comes marching across the sand, she doesn't just approach. She arrives, like a Broadway diva storming the stage. Oversized sunglasses flashing in the sun, hot pink cover-up flapping even though the air was dead still, one hand clutching what used to be an iced coffee, and the other waving a sad, limp towel like it was an eviction notice. And the worst part? All that righteous fury was pointed right at me, the alleged beach chair criminal of Sandpiper Bay. You ever have a day when you think, yeah, it's finally my turn to just relax, no drama? That was me, Tom Garrison, local grease monkey, proud owner of Garrison's Auto Repair, and, apparently, public enemy number one in the eyes of the self-appointed beach chair police. I'd spent 6 days straight crawling under busted minivans and fried-out pickups in a Florida heatwave that would make a gator sweat, so when Saturday hit, I tossed my battered cooler in the back of the truck and hauled myself down to Turtle Cove Beach, planning to do a whole lot of nothing. That was the dream. Cold drinks, sun on my skin, maybe finally even out the world's worst farmer's tan. Should have known the universe had other plans. Now, let me set the scene for you. I roll up around 2 p.m., and the place is pretty packed, but I spot this old, blue and white striped beach chair, empty except for a towel that honestly looked more like a sand sculpture than anything you'd want to dry off with. I stand there a minute, check my watch, look around. Nobody's giving the chair a second glance, so after 5 minutes, I figure it's fair game. I set the towel down gently, like I'm handling ancient relics, and settle in, cooler at my side, feet in the sand. Not even 20 minutes later, here comes Linda, barreling down like I just set fire to her house. She's blocking my sun, standing so close I can count the rhinestones on her sandals, and she launches straight into a monologue about her chair. I mean, she's got receipts. Literally, she flashes me a business card, as if being a real estate agent gives her squatter's rights on public sand. Apparently, she's been coming to this spot for 15 years and has developed a complex, borderline religious belief in the sacred ritual of marking your territory with a towel at sunrise. Never mind that she'd spent the day at brunch, shopping, and, if her nails were any clue, a solid hour at the salon. You know what I mean, she says, voice ringing out for the entire beach to hear. It's just how things are done here. And there I am, trying to explain like a reasonable human that maybe holding a chair hostage with a crusty towel for 8 hours isn't exactly the spirit of community. But logic bounces off Linda like sunscreen on a slip and slide. Before I know it, her phone is out and pointed at my face. I'm recording this, she warns, like I'm the villain in a true crime documentary. She narrates, dramatic as a soap opera, about how she's caught a thief red-handed. Meanwhile, the people around us, a family with kids, a group of college kids, are watching with a mix of horror and barely contained laughter. I hear someone mutter, "Entitled tourist," and I almost laugh, except Linda's making it clear she's a local. Thank you very much. The best part? An old couple nearby actually starts clapping for me when I don't budge. Been empty all morning, the husband calls out, and I raise my soda and salute. Linda, undeterred, dials 911. Yes, seriously. She puts it on speaker for maximum drama, tells the dispatcher there's a theft in progress, paints me as some kind of aggressive beach bandit. There's this silence on the other end, and you can practically hear the dispatcher rolling her eyes when Linda admits the stolen property is, in fact, a city-owned beach chair. Ma'am, putting a towel on public property doesn't make it yours, the dispatcher says, with the weary patience of someone who's probably heard it all. Linda's not having it, demands a supervisor, starts ranting about legal precedents in towel placement, and by this point, I'm pulling out my sandwich, leaning back, and just enjoying the train wreck. The crowd has grown. Someone started live commentary, and I spot at least 3 people filming. If you've never been the star of someone else's viral video, I can't recommend it. But hey, sometimes you just have to roll with it. After a round of failed calls to Beach Patrol, City Hall, maybe even NASA, Linda decides the time for diplomacy is over. She grabs the arm of the chair and tries to yank me out, screeching, "Possession is 9/10 of the law." Which, I mean, is a fun phrase unless you're shouting it at a 200-pound mechanic sitting in a 50-pound chair. Her shoes skid out. She slips. Iced coffee goes airborne, landing dead center in her designer bag with a splat that gets a standing ovation from the peanut gallery. Her phone's in there, too, and the look on her face. Let's just say, if looks could kill, I'd be buried under the pier. But does she give up? No, not Linda. She stands up, sand stuck to her legs, sunscreen working overtime as an adhesive, and declares she's making a citizen's arrest. Honest to God, she tries to grab my wrist. That's when the real beach patrol finally rolls up, Officer Daniel Reeves stepping into the ring like a referee who just realized this match isn't in his job description. He listens, nods, asks a few pointed questions, and you can see Linda's confidence start to crack as she admits she hasn't actually been near the chair since breakfast. And then, the kill shot. Officer Reeves tells her, and the entire audience, that not only do I have every right to the chair, but if she keeps up the drama, she's the one looking at a citation for harassment and disturbing the peace. For a second, I almost feel bad as Linda's expression cycles from outrage to disbelief to what I can only call existential crisis. But she's not done yet. Oh no, she accuses Officer Reeves of being on the take, says I probably bribed him, demands his badge number. You know what happens next? Reeves, cool as a cucumber, whips out his citation book and starts writing. Disorderly conduct, he says, handing her a $200 ticket and a formal warning. Linda snatches the paper, hands shaking, manicured nails now chipped and sandblasted, and stomps away, grumbling threats about lawsuits that not a single person takes seriously. By now, someone's already uploaded a video titled "Beach Karen Gets Owned," and you can practically see the likes racking up. Linda's become a meme before she even hits the parking lot, and I just sit there, still in the chair, suddenly feeling like I've won a small but meaningful battle in the endless war of common sense versus nonsense. Officer Reeves gives me a tired grin. Enjoy your afternoon, sir, he says, and just like that, the sun feels a little warmer, the waves sound a little sweeter. The crowd disperses, most of them giving me a nod or a smile. A few even offering me a cold drink or a snack as a kind of unspoken solidarity among people who are just trying to enjoy a Saturday. But here's the thing. As satisfying as it was to see Linda walk off, covered in sand and embarrassment, there's a part of me that wonders, is this really how it has to be? Have we all just accepted that the loudest person gets to make the rules, or are we willing to stand our ground, even if it means becoming the main character in someone's viral drama? Maybe it's not about the chair, or the towel, or the coffee-soaked designer bag. Maybe it's about drawing a line in the sand, literally, and saying, enough is enough. So, let's hear it. Was I right to dig in my heels, or should I have just let Linda have her way to keep the peace? What would you have done if you were in my shoes? Or, well, my sandy bare feet? Drop your thoughts below. I want to know, where's the line between standing up for yourself and just letting it go? And if you've ever had your own showdown with a beach Karen, don't keep it to yourself. Let's get the debate rolling, because out here, the only law that really matters is the one we make together.